In this video, I just want to give you a bit of an overview of extensions and talk about how they could be used within SwiftUI to create almost like a style sheet for your application. So currently when you've been designing your buttons, you were creating setting different properties for each of your views. For example, here, the image view, we set the padding, we set the foreground padding, and then on the leading edge, we added an extra 10 padding. Here in this text view, we set the image, then we had some padding on the trailing edge, and then we set the foreground color. But if I wanted to repeat this button and have two buttons, I would then have to grab all of that as well as the formatting and basically duplicate that code. But what we can do is use extensions. So extensions can be used for any type, and we can extend these by creating our own custom style. So here I've created a style called button style, and this has a color which I pass through, and then I can have my padding, I can have my foreground color. So what that means is that instead of having each of these properties, I can add in my button style, pass through the color that I set, and I can do this for my text. So every time that I have a button, I can decide what color that is. I can do the same for my main. This one will be green. So for my main button style, and that will result in exactly the same. So what this will allow me to do is to dramatically reduce the amount of code that I need to style each of my buttons. It'll make your code a little bit more legible, and also means that you can keep all of your styles in one place within an extension file. So what I'd recommend that you do is to create a new file, and I call this style sheet. Make sure you import SwiftUI, and then I can abstract those extensions, put them into my style sheet, and then I know that that's the one place that I need to go in order to change the stylings of all the different elements. It'll make it a lot easier as you're coding to ensure that you have consistency in your fonts, in your colors, and also in the styles of your designs throughout your application.